Yo, what is up, everybody? It is your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different of TBLSounds.com, back with another video once again. Today we're gonna be looking at this Lil Uzi type of beat because I haven't did a Lil Uzi type beat yet on my channel, and I decided to take a whack at it. Why not? Who cares? You know, you guys probably care, you probably don't know what it is, but yeah, if you haven't heard it, it's on my channel right now. But I will give you a demonstration of it. But basically, when I listen to his music, like I took the time to listen to his music because, like I said, I'm not really a big fan of Lil Uzi. I mean, he's not like the best rapper, my favorite rapper out there. But you know, I like to kind of indulge in other people's stuff. You know, why not? See what the kids are listening to these days. But yeah, Lil Uzi has kind of that to me. Now, this is me, not anybody else. But I feel his stuff is more energetic, more happy sounding. You know, he's a little very bass lacking voice, and very kiddie sounding voice and looks, doing a little crazy dancing and shit like that. Has more of a fun, energetic type of feel, even though he's talking about sex and drugs and shooting and killing and shit like that. It has that kind of fun, energetic type of feel. Like I said, with his little kid voice, yeah, it guess it works for him. So I guess that's his style and people like that. So I mean, I say, why not give it a try? So I know before we get these people in here going, yeah, this sound like a Lil Uzi type beat. The Uzi would never get on that beat. All right, you little fanboy dick suckers. I understand that. I get that. I feel you. I didn't try to make it exactly. I'm not trying to send this beat out to Lil Uzi. I just, took a spin on his style using my own style. So remember, this is a tight beat, but it is my tight beat in my style. It just, I could see, I took some, I got inspiration from Lil Uzi when making this beat before you guys get out, because I know there's gonna be a couple of people who's gonna hate on that and say that and talk shit and dislike the video, but fuck them. They ain't making no money like me. Now fuck with you guys. Anyway, let's play this beat real quick and then let's get into how I made it. But there it is right there. If you want to listen to the full beat, you can definitely go to my channel, look it up. It's called Catch 'Em All or Gotta Get 'Em All or Got 'Em All, or I don't know what the fuck I called it, but something like that. It looked like a little Uzi beat on my channel. Yeah, as you can see, it has, like they say, that happy-go-lucky type feel, and it also has like a dark feel in some parts as well. I try to keep that contrast between happy and dark, energetic, and then kind of, darker tone stuff. So yeah, so there it is right there. So let's go ahead and break this bad boy down and how I actually made this beat. So we will start off with the first sound, which is a silent patch, which is coming out of the new OVO silent bank that I got coming out this week. Look at all these sounds, man. 81 sounds for you guys that I created. Me and Sicky made all these sounds. Boy, we went crazy with them. But yeah, just a little bell sound. I mean, it's like a pluck sound, but oh, we need to take the glitch off. There we go. All right, so we got this sound right here, just a your kind of generic pluck sound. I'll show you the notes because a lot of people complain I don't show the notes. So here you go. Just a C sharp major scale, but as you see, it's just C sharp F, G sharp A, G sharp F, G, and it's just repeating itself. So it's basically just that repetitive kind of motion. So you just kind of keep the rhythm and the mood of the beat. On the channel, I had gross beats on there, but I decided not to put it on there. It was gonna sound like this at first with the gross beats on there. But I thought that would be too much if I kept doing this. I just decided not to put it on there. It is on another sound, but not on this sound. And I just did an EQ and just cut some of the lows because, you know, we don't need them lows, right? Just want to thin it out a little bit, right? Just got all them lows I'm cutting. I'm cutting about, I think I'm cutting around 500 hertz. I love this function of gross FL EQ2, but still they need to fix, they need like a solo band mode. Come on, image line, solo band mode. Help us. Fuck this vector shit. We want a solo band mode. But yeah, that's just for the first sound. Very simple, very easy, very repetitive. That's just like kind of the main melody-ish type thing. Actually not the main melody, it's the main hook melody. Because it doesn't happen during the verse. I cut this part out during the verses. So, but that's just, you know, a notable, recognizable sound, so you know the transition between the hook and the verse. Next up is my serum, well, Sicky serum pack that he created for a serum. The 808 Nebula, which is in Space Sauce Volume 1. So go ahead and get it. tblsounds.com in the Space Sauce Volume 1. Best kit we ever sold. And we got Space Sauce Volume 2 coming out hopefully next week before the end of this month. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, just another 808. Simple. Oh, there you go. Nothing special there, just, you know, D sharp going up a little bit here and there. It's very simple patch, very simple, nothing special with the 808s. Want to keep it very simple. I said you don't need to get all complex and you need to do all that pitch bending crap. That's just, you don't need to do all that pitch bending, panning shit. I mean, you don't need that. I mean, it's extra stuff, but you don't need that. Sometimes keeping it simple makes a hit beat in the end of the day. And then on number 2, it actually got just a little decapitator as always. As you guys can see, decapitator got me set to the EMI setting, level 3 and about 40% wetness. And then I got a side chain down here with the kick drum, because I always side chain. Because somebody asked me, did one of my previous beats, did I side chain my kick drum? Yes, I always side chain my 808s and kick drum. That's just something I like to do. So that's pretty much simple for that little bass right there. Very simple bass, Space Sauce Volume 1. Go copy it right now. Link in the description below. Anyway, next up is this sound right here from Omnisphere. Let's give it 5 minutes to load. Omnisphere is fucking forever. Ooh, Omnisphere, come on. I'm thinking about really debating about getting Keyscape right now. I'm looking into it. $400, $475 for Keyscape. I really think I should go ahead and get Keyscape because I mean, it's so amazing. It's beautiful. But then again, I want to get this synth anyway. But anyway, back to this Omnisphere. I'm using this sound called this one, Retro Hybrid 1. There you go. I don't fucking know what it's called. And it's just doing like some simple little notes here and there, and I'll play it. And there you go. It's just an F sharp minor chords or scale. And it sounds like a little flute. That's what I want to go for, that kind of happy-go-lucky, guess rainbow colored rapper flute sound. That's what I wanted to go for. And that pretty much sound like that. Instead of using a traditional flute sound, I used that. Didn't do nothing on it because the sound sounded the way I wanted to. It sounded really good out the gate. So I decided, I'm not going to mess with it, because if the sound sounds good from the beginning, then it's good. Next up is this hi-hat. Simple hi-hat. I actually turned off some of the tail a little bit, so that would sound like before, but I just used the out to kind of trim it down, make it a little sharper. That's something that Siggy was talking about in our podcast, that, you know, do that to the hi-hat, just kind of turn this out knob out. That's what I meant. And it just kind of shapes the transients a little bit, and you see how it just kind of smooths it out. And all that excess noise, you see a little excess noise right there. If I normalize, you probably see it better now. See all that little excess noise? That just kind of eliminate. If you just turn that up, it just eliminates and smooths the transit out a little bit. Just make it a little bit more snappier. That's all. And it's some weird pattern. I can't really tell you how I did it. It's just, like I said, it's going up and down. if you say, and it's all triplet notes. Like, so I set it all to triplets. You just go right here, set it to 1/3, and then it's in triplet notes, and it's just like all triplets the whole way through, and it's got that kind of triplet bounce. Who is calling my phone? Oh, this is someone left a comment on my video. Thank you guys for that. Really appreciate it. So yeah, triplets. I mean, in the context of without the beat, it sounds kind of weird, but it sounds cool. And I actually didn't use my randomize function this time. What? Yeah, I didn't use the randomizer, which is Alt R for anybody who don't know. I didn't randomize. I just kind of kept it simple because I mean, I like the way it felt, the way it is. But yeah, just going up and down with the pitch makes it sound like, just gives it a little bit more energy and a little bit more bounce to it. Next up, I use a cymbal. It's kind of a weird cymbal. Got a little phaser to it, but that's the actual patch. So, you know, I say if it sounds good, you don't really need to know EQing or know anything to it if it's already sounding good. Keep that in mind. And it just hits like every other note. Just very simple, nothing special there. Next is the simple trap snare, but out of the Johnny Giuliano kit. Simple trap snare, nothing on it. I actually got a little EQ on it. Actually cutting a little bit of 200 because they got a lot of bottom end to it for a snare. I just want kind of that upper mid range type of sound. So I cut around 200 hertz in the low cut, just to kind of just give it that mid range and upper highs and all that more room. Kind of wanting that bottom end right there. Then I used 2 more snares. One's a more, I guess this is from another John Giuliano pack, like a kind of BS kind of 808 sounding snare. And then like a little high. Actually, I use that again, which is. Actually, yeah, this is from the Trap Lords. This is from the Holy Grail, which is basically the same thing, but fucking louder. And, this is from the pack. But this one's actually pitched up a couple of octaves. So it sounds like that. And then when you play them all together, it gets like a kind of crazy bounce. Like I'm gonna play all the percussive instruments so you can hear that bounce. You know, it has that kind of bounce to it. And I panned the other 2 snares left and right of each other. So I got one snare down the middle, left and right snare, hi-hats on my right, and cymbals to my left. And that just gives, like I said, it just gives that kind of a drum kit type of feel. Because, you know, if you listen to a drum kit or a live drum kit, they have all the instruments panned a little bit, except the kick drum down the middle. And then, you know, everything else is kind of in its own space, left and right, to kind of give it space like how a drum kit's actually set up. And that's what I did right there to get that feel. And then when I get to the kick right here, which is nothing but my favorite kick, but this time I actually did some different processing to it. I just used the virtual mix console as always. I used a little bit of the FG73, which is a 1176 knee preamp emulator, and I drove it about 50% to give it some kind of distortion to it. And then I added excuse me, I added in the FGN, which is a Neve 1073 EQ, I think. I gotta look at which one it is, but it's a Neve EQ, and I cut about 50 hertz to get them lows. And then I use the Monster, which is basically the all button mode in like say 1176. So it's basically one of these compressors, but with all these buttons pressed in. And when you press all the buttons in, it does like this weird, super slammy, heavy compression that was actually like a bug in the design, but people started using it as parallel processing. So they would put that on one bus, compress the crap out of it, have a dry signal, and then blend the dry and that super compressed signal together to give a bigger sound. So this is basically emulating all buttons mode in 1176, which is a very cool compressor. And if you don't have a 1176 type of compressor, I definitely get it because it works on almost any sound source and it's so easy to use. So basically it's slamming pretty hard, but I got the mix brought down because I'm actually playing it without the with the mix all the way up. So the mix is on like it's 12%. So with the mix all the way up, see, it's just compressing the shit out of it. But then you bring the mix down to about, you can I like it about there. But yeah, it's just like, it's just compressing the fuck out of it. It's just compressing living shit out of it. Fast attack, medium slow, kind of a medium release input just to get about freaking compressed, and bring the output to level match it. And then I just put some of this high filter detection to kind of help it out. And you know, we want the whole thing to be slammed dilly squirt. So there you go. So yeah, that's just a way to do it. Or you can just do, like I said, parallel processing. Basically what you can do if you don't have this type of plugin, put a regular compressor on there. Put like a dang fruity limiter. Put one of these on there. Put the compression mode. Slam it. Like, just throw the ratio all the way up. Slam it down like this. And then, you know, do like this and then blend it back. And then bring the gain up. There you go. You got super compressed and then blend it back. That's one way to do it. Or you can do it the traditional way, the traditional parallel processing way, which is, you know, having two separate channels doing it, which I'll show you that, guys. If you guys want to know how to do some parallel compression, let me know and I'll teach you guys how to do parallel compression. I don't mind. Anyway, so there's go the kick drum along with the other stuff. See how it just has that bounce because it got all them other percussive instruments going off. And the panning too gives it that kind of live feel. Then you throw in the 808 with it, you get that real. It got that head nod. You ain't got that head nod, you ain't got it. If it don't make your head bounce, you ain't doing something right. So next up is the Omnisphere. Come on, Omnisphere. Come on. Come on, Bessie. Come on, old girl. Come on. There we go. Using the steps by eighths, which is a arpeggiator in Omnisphere. And I'm using just normal little arpeggiator notes, as you can see, just C-sharp chords, C-sharp minor chords, as you can see. And when it plays, it goes. And that's my happy-go-lucky arp right there. And I got just gross beats on there, I think. Yeah, I got two gross beats. I have the half step and I have the turntablist, I think. And it's the scratch pattern number 2. And if you take both of them off, it sounds completely different. It sounded too happy. So let's just bring it. We just put that half speed on there and then. And that just gave it that feel. That gave it that, to me, that's when it started getting to the Lil Uzi Type feel right there once I add that. And then I added another serum, which is out of Space Sauce Volume 1. Like always, because goddamn, that's all you like using, right? Use the ear. Use my signature, use the ear, use the signature ARP. And I think I put on arpeggiator mode, like always, up and down, and just change the timing to get that. But with the tremolo, with a tremolator, like I always do, I have the tremolator, I have it on ramp down, 16th notes, rhythm, and I had the pan man as usual to kind of pan it back and forth. I love these plugins. This combination, I love this combination. This sound with this combination is always a hit. But I made it go faster so it sounds a little bit more glitchy. As you see, it's like without it sounds like pretty dope, right? But then when I add the tremolator, it gives it that glitchy sound. And that's like a really low ARP. Like you barely hear that in the mix, but you can hear it because it was so glitchy and off and kind of crazy. I didn't want to keep it like prominently in there. I wanted to just kind of have it there as some flavor, which, you know, you don't have to have every sound to be heard. Sometimes just having sound movement under sounds will fill out some of them gaps. And that kind of sound right there fills out the gaps right there. And that's all I did with that. And then as you can see, yes, I'm using Dune 2. I bought Dune 2 and it's amazing. Why don't you guys tell me about Dune 2? Well, actually, I saw Mike Will made it. He did a video about Dune 2, and I said, I'm going to try it out. And it's pretty cheap. I want to get Effectrix, but why is Effectrix $189 still? That's ridiculous, man. It need to be like $150, $120. But, I mean, shoot. Hey, If somebody got a copy of Effectrix, send it my way. Nah, I'm just playing. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, you can definitely donate the money to my cause or shop at tbosounds.com to help me get Effectrix too. Cause I want to make some preset baits for it because it's actually a pretty good synth. But damn, I couldn't buy both of them, so I had to get one or the other, and Dune 2 is cheaper. But it's a cool one. I mean, I like it. It got some great sounds in it. I need to learn it. I just picked a preset. Freak style KS, whatever. But that added, like, once I added that, then it started going to that whole Lil Uzi style. So in my opinion, but basically I'm just copying the first ARP and adding an extra note on the third bar. I just added this F sharp note. So basically it looks like that, you know, but I just added this in there just to add a little extra flavor to it. So yeah, that's that. I don't think I did nothing special to it either. Actually, I did put gross beats on it as always, and cause it sounded like that. It sounded too crazy. And I just, once you that half speed preset and gross beats is like a godsend. I mean, but you can do it without gross beats. You don't need gross beats to do this. You can just time stretch. You can just render out you can like record your section and then time stretch it, like double the time of it, time stretch it, and you get the same effect, and pitch it down, and it does the same damn thing. So you don't have to have gross beats to do it. So don't sit there and go, oh, I ain't got gross beats, so I can do it. You can definitely do this without gross beats. Easy as peasy. I think I made a video about it too. So yeah. But anyway, that gave it that flavor right there. So that was it for the sounds, but now the arrangement. Like always, the arrangement was kind of a tricky one because I didn't know how I wanted to arrange it at first. At first I had it like this, and that sounded like too much. So I decided to take off this main melody at the beginning. So, and yeah, switch it. Switch, bitch. Would help to unsolo everything, wouldn't it? You know, so I took this part off in the verses, as you can see.
This is different. This is different.
And then I kind of just made, you know, just a simple, easy, kind of no kick drum, no nothing sound right here. And then for the first half of the chorus and the second half, you know, just kind of do like that. And then in the verses, I actually took the gross beats off of this sound, which is that Omnisphere patch. I actually made an automation clip where the gross beat would actually disengage during the verse, because I thought if the gross beats went through the whole song, you guys would be like, this is fucking annoying. And trust me, it got annoying to me. So I decided, like, you hear the gross beats happen right here, and you hear it just cut off because this automation clip right here.
This is different. This is different.
And I think that what really made the beat. And like I said, I started adding in extra parts, and I started switching around the different ARPs. So as you see, the ARPs are playing back to back, and then they play together at the end. So I just kind of get a little bit of variety. I added in the hi-hats here, and I added in the little flute sound one time in the beat. You only hear it one time through the verse, which is pretty good.
This is different. This is different.
Which is, like I said, it makes it seem like there's more going on. I had that one little snare hit once again. The snares hit again. So I mean, like I said, just doing simple stuff like that definitely makes the beat seem like it's more evolving. Like I said, you don't have to add 50 different, you don't have to have like this many tracks. You know, you don't have that. I mean, come on. This is like 13, not even 30, it's 12 tracks. But it's not like a full beat. It's not like a fully fleshed out beat because of how the arrangement is. And the sound selection, of course. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, and that's pretty much all I did to it. And that's it. Nothing special on the mix bus. Just my simple mix bus. And I know, everybody, you guys really want me to go over my mix bus. And I know I've been slacking on making that video on how to mix and master because I got so much stuff going on. Like I said, I got family. It's Thanksgiving coming up too. Guys, shit's going on. I'm gonna try to get to it as soon as I can. Probably after the holidays. Like I said, this weekend probably be the best time for me to do it. I will get you guys that mixing and mastering video. But like I said, right now with family and stuff going on, it's just really hard to do this kind of stuff. I'm doing my best. Bear with me, please. Oh, but yeah, I will go over that. But next is just compressor, stuff, tape, EQ, bullshit limiter. Yeah, same thing I always use. But I'll do a video breaking down my mix bus for you guys. Matter of fact, I might do that right after this to show you why I'm doing it. So, with that being said, always, what can I say? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, with his Lil Uzi Type beat, as always. Hope you guys enjoy it, like always. I mean, it was definitely a good one. It definitely was fun. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment below. I'm thinking about doing a Lil Uzi vocal effect video. If you guys want me to do that, please let me know, and I definitely will do a Lil Uzi vocal effect video. Because I mean, it's vocal effects pretty simple, but you know, I can squeeze it out. So yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy it. Y'all know what it is, your boy Slim, aka Mr. Different, not motivated by money, but the like, comment, subscribe, and views. Please check out tblsounds.com for the hottest sounds on the internet, like always. And guess what, everybody? I will see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.